Hello and very good afternoon, good morning, welcome along to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. I cannot believe we're already into the second show of our terrific Tuesday. We had a brilliant wake-up call earlier on where we preview everything which is coming up on the shows. Safe to say, if you see something that you like today, it's best to get in nice and early and grab it. We've got a launch party coming up for you a little bit later on with that brand new sentiment stamp and tag punch set, which has proved so popular. The dancing dragonflies, of course, will be back a little bit later on. But right now, it's time for something award-winning. And no, I'm not talking about my presenting skills. I heard that, Johnny. I'm talking about... All right, Nicola, it's not that funny. I'm talking about this show, Craft Along. It's our award-winning show. Such a great concept where you guys get the opportunity to craft along with us in real time. So you know on the normal shows, you'll see our guys whiz through as many demos as they can to get you inspired, to kind of show you what you can do with a particular product. This is the complete opposite. I mean, we inspire you, but we do it in real time. We slow it right down. We do it at a pace that you can craft along. Whether you do it live with us right now, or indeed, whether or not you save this craft along for a later date and craft along at a time suitable to you. The great news is that if you've already got this product and you're not free right now, you can craft along at a later date. Subscribe to us on YouTube, watch it on Facebook. If you haven't yet got this product, you can pick it up during the show and then craft along when you get it. It's a great show. We absolutely love it. And today we're going to be concentrating on the Lattice Fold Dies, which proved really, really popular when we launched them on the 28th of March. Two fantastic guests to introduce you to in just a few moments' time. But who's leading the craft along? I hear you cry, well, it ain't me. Delighted to say that... Now, is this your second or third, or have you done a lot more craft alongs? It's the lovely Corrine Robinson, anyway, who's going to be doing it.
Third.
Number 3. Mm-hmm. It's a great concept, this, isn't it?
It's lovely. It's brilliant. It takes me getting my head around it, because I've normally got somebody in my ear going, right, you've got 6.5 minutes to do a demo. Well, since I've been here, it's like, oh, you've got 10, 15 minutes to do a demo. To now say you've got 2 hours to do a demo is completely alien to me. But I'm loving it, and it really means that I can take my time, and instead of saying, oh, well, here's a card base I prepped, or here's all the mats and layers, I'm going to take you through them all. And top tips like how to get the most out of your card stock, because, you know, it's the sort of things that I think about as I'm crafting. Yeah.
And today, as I said, we're focusing on the Lattice Folding Die collection. Details on your screen here, which I'll go through in a little bit more detail in just a while. But, Corrine, can you show us what we're going to be making today?
I can. It's here on the counter ready. So it is a lovely fold back card. And we're going to be using both the double diamond and also the chevron dies as well. Again, two different lattice folds. Now, the great thing about these lattice folds, which I love, is that you get a full length die, and then you get a shorter one in each set. So that means you can get different concepts. Like you see here, we can create frames, we can create borders, we can create edges. There's so many different ways that you can be using them.
Now, that's the finished project, but we always love to know, of course, what you need, and we'll always give you chances. So Corrine's going to go through the list of all the items that you'll need to do the craft along, and then we'll give you 3 or 4 minutes to get those bits and pieces together. So, what we're going to need?
Right, as I said, you're going to need your lattice die. So we're using the double diamond and the chevron. So, but if you haven't got those two and you've got other ones, then I'm sure you'll be able to adapt it. Now, I've also added in my Country Lane Perfect Peony and my swirled butterfly dies. Now, if you don't have the Country Lane, any flower dies that you've got or any butterflies, both are good, you know, they're going to work. But those were just the ones I did. I also used my inverted stitched zigzag square just to do my sentiment in the centre. But again, if you don't have them, you can just do regular mats and layers or any square die that you've got to frame your sentiment. And then a happy birthday stamps of your choice. You can find whichever ones you want. Or change the sentiment. It can be anniversary, it can be get well. You know, just somewhere, a sentiment that you can put on the middle. Now, the other thing I then did was I used my A3 cardstock to create the card base. I also just used some A4 multi-purpose card. Now, I've cut my lattice dies into multi-purpose cardstock, and for me, it worked perfectly. And then I've used my luxury mixed cardstock in the Regal Rose Gold, and we're going to use both the glitter and the matte element. We were talking about this in the wake-up call, weren't we? Absolutely beautiful paper pads. Then I'm also using my everyday inspiration. So I'm using my solids and my my patterned ones
Yep.
for those, yep. And then I'm using both the red garnet and the blush in my Midas Metallics, and the pebble. I've just stuck my sentiment in pebble because I just think it's a really nice effect. And also I've used some liquid pearl drops, or you could use flat back pearls, whichever works for you. Then you just need your basic, well I say the basics, you know, your regular craft tools such as your die cutting machine, a paper trimmer, scoreboard, scissors. I've used tacky glue and foam tape, blending tools, and also my ball tool and foam mat to make my floral shapes.
And that's your lot. So we'll give you a little while just to get all those bits and pieces together. As I said, if you want to do the craft along, you're not free right now, this show will be available for you on our Facebook page. Best thing to do though is subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can bookmark shows, you can make your own little playlist, and of course you can be notified when shows go live. I just want to quickly show you the deal before we say hello to our two guests as well. So this launched back on the 28th of March, proved really popular. It was me and Debbie Fisher that launched this one, the Lattice Folding Die collection. And as Corrine was saying, the great thing is with each of the different designs that you get here, you've got those two dies. So, you know, you've got a lot of versatility within this collection, and it just makes creating this lattice fold so very simple. As you can see, the die is going to give you the cut like this, and you've just got the ability to fold those back to create the folds in the different designs that you've got. So you've got the star in there. This one, I mean, again, that double diamond looks so uber complicated to do, doesn't it? If you weren't in the know, but of course the die does all of the work for you to create that really intricate pattern. Then you've got your chevrons as well. Also included my absolute favourite, the circles, not the rubber rings, as I thought they're the life rings, as I thought they were when we launched them back along. Then you're going to also receive in here your gorgeous opulence. And then lastly is the beautiful, again, double loop, a really cool one. It's like that sort of chain link effect. And actually, I still remember a demo that Michelle did a few weeks back where she actually used the reverse of these. And the effect with that, again, was really, really very different. Now, it's a 15% saving that you're going to receive off the bundle. It's the same deal that we did at launch this, actually. So you're getting a really great deal. £31.99 if you're platinum, $40.60 if you want to go individually, you can, and if you want to go for the multi-buy, it's 2 for £15 or 2 for $19. Lots of you already in. Let us know, as always, if you are crafting along with us. We would love to know because well, A, we want to know, and B, we would love to see your project at the end. If you can send in pictures, I'll tell you how to do that in just a bit. We've got Superstar Susie on the socials who says hello. Sarah Brown says hello everyone. Once again, I'm here watching from Melbourne, Australia. Hello to Linda from Milwaukee. Eileen says good morning everyone from Puerto Rico.
Oh,
wow.
We're very continental today, aren't we?
We are. We've had Puerto Rico. Where else? We've had Trinidad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sherry's watching from Indiana. Mary's in from Maine. Mary Pat says good morning everyone from a sunny Montana. Diane Croytor says good morning crafty friends from a chilly East Tennessee. Stacey's watching from central New York. Laurie's in from Wisconsin. Thea says hoi hoi everyone. Thea, are you from the Netherlands or Sweden? You have to let me know. Maricel is in from California. Jutta is in from Stuttgart in Germany. Rose joins us from Colorado. Deborah's in from Texas as well. Linda says hello from Dudley here in the UK. And Miriam Robinson says hey y'all from South Carolina. Hope you are all well. Hello again, Ben Corrine and the CTV crew. Got Johnny and Nicola running the Good Ship Craft today. Thea's in the Netherlands. I knew it was one of the two. Thank you very much, Susie, for letting me know. Just before we say hello to our guests, I just want to show you this glitter card that we've got as well. And Corrine showed us a little bit of this a little bit earlier on. It's the mixed cardstock collection. First time that we've done glitter cards stock in a 12 by 12, and these are absolutely marvellous because you're going to get the gold, also the Regal Rose Gold and the sparkling silver. So you get 24 sheets in total, 12 sheets of the, well, I suppose it's like a pearlescent effect, really, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah.
So absolutely gorgeous. And then, of course, you're going to get with that your beautiful glitter card. And the great thing about our glitter card is well, it gives you every effect that you would want from the glitter, but it's encapsulated.
Encapsulated, yeah.
So you don't get it all over the place. You know, if you're a messy crafter, like someone we know, getting it all over the place. You don't have to worry about that with our glitter card because it stays encapsulated within the cardstock. You've got your Regal Rose Gold there as well. I love the colour of the pearlescent there. It's very, what's the word?
It's got a copper-esque feel to it.
Yeah, I always think this would be good if you were making little pots for your little Sharon Callis. Yeah, because it looks like plant pots. Your Sharon Callis succulents, I think that would always work beautifully with that. And then you've also got the gorgeous, whoa, look at that. The sparkle of your Regal Rose Gold, that's also in there. And then lastly, you've got your silver, your sparkling silver.
It's a nice silver, isn't it? It's very, very rich looking, opulent. It's, you know, some silvers can be a bit tinny and cheap looking, but there's nothing cheap about this at all. And
then the silver,
wow.
Boom, look at that. Sparkly, sparkly. £35.60 or $41.20 if you want to go for that collection. As I say, £15.47 is what you're saving, $17.15. And just before we move on, let's also show you the tag punch, because this has been flying out of the door, and I'm not surprised. The official launch of this is just over 3 hours away on launch party. If you want to see this in action, Corrine was doing some lovely demos a little bit earlier on with this set. It's cool because the tag punch allows you to create 1.5 inch, 2 inch and 2.5 inch tags, which of course you're going to be using for your presents, for your boxes, for your gift bags. Use it in your card making as well, of course, and a lot of you suggesting that you were going to be buying this to make cute little bookmarks with as well. Really simple to achieve. The great thing is you can have your tags and your bookmarks at any length that you want them to be. Already a third of the stock has gone here. We've not even officially launched it. It's proved so popular because you get the punch, you're going to get 30 metres of your twine, and if that weren't good enough, we're going to give you a whole bunch of quirky, cool and funny sentiments that will work perfectly, not only with your gift tags, but also elsewhere as well. You know, if you just wanted to potentially, make your own wrapping paper, you could pop these onto. However you wanted to use them. You've got a special gift you never knew you wanted. Then you've got this one here, which says, this is exactly what you did not ask for. Next one is, this is for you, but I wish it was mine. I hate presents, said no one ever. Best gift ever, I should know, I bought it. You've got warning, the contents of this may be awesome. And then lastly in this set, you've got, it's the thought that counts. So you're going to get all of those stamps, 7 in total, plus 30 metres of twine, and your fantastic punch as well. £26.16, $37.44 is the deal on that. As always, we are live and interactive. If you're crafting along, stick your hand up and say hello, and if you need us to slow down, we will. Lorna Jane's in with us from the Scottish Borders, and Mary Pat says that paper pad is even more gorgeous in person. If you're wondering why I've been padding for so long, we've got a few technical gremlins. They've moved from the studio onto Skype now. Can you believe it? We've lost our two guests. We were going to speak to Pam and also to Jenny as well. Jenny from Ohio, Pam from New York. We're hopefully going to get them back on. If you guys obviously still watching, get started and we'll jump in and say hello to you hopefully when we get you back. But I think we're ready to go. You guys are ready. I'm ready. Are you ready, Corrine?
I certainly am.
Let's do this thing then. Where do we need to start?
Okay, right. Now you first need to start with a sheet of A3 cardstock. And I need this cutting to 16 inches long, which is just shy of here. Now, actually, because I've got this craft mat, I could actually mark the 16-inch mark on here. But if you've got a paper trimmer, most paper trimmers, like this one, don't go up to 16 inches. This goes up to 13 inches, same as mine. So, you know, you'd be taking your ruler, and my ruler's only 12 inches long, so you guess, you know, you're sort of moving it along. So for me, the easiest way to do this is, what I'm going to do, now, I've got all of the instructions here. So when I make this, I write them all down, and then I've printed them out. So I will put this online this afternoon or tomorrow.
Oh,
it'll definitely go there. So the easiest way I find to do this is I'm going to take my scoreboard and I'm going to score it at 2.25. Let's get that way around. So there we go, that's a 2.25. Then I'm going to do 4.5. And then now, our next score I want is 11.5. And this scoreboard only goes, where's this go? 9, 10. Oh, this one does. This one goes up to 11.5. There we go, so I can do 11.5 down to there. So the next one I need is my 16-inch mark. So that would be, oh, I've just done that. So it shouldn't be 11 and a half, it should be 11 and 3/4. Oh, bother. Never mind, I'll get that there. There we go, 11 and 3/4. Then I want it to go to 16 inches. So that's another 2 and 3/4 inches. So I'm going to fold that over and I'm going to pop that. So it's another 2 1/4 inches. So I'm going to take that there, put that one up to the side, just there. And then I'm going to do 2 1/4 inches just there. And so that's my 16-inch mark. Because what we've got is, if I go through it again, we've got 2 1/4, another 2 1/4 to give me 4 1/2. Then I've got a 7-inch panel, which is to that one, which is going to give me to my 11 1/2. Another 2 1/4, which is going to take me to 13 1/2, and then my 16. Have I gone wrong there somewhere? So that was at my 11 1/2. Then I wanted to go to there, and then I wanted another one. So that was, yeah. So then I wanted my 16 one, which was there. There we go. There we are, that's better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold this over on that score line, and I'm going to fold that over on that score line. Now, this will now fit into my paper trimmer, and I want it to be, so I'm going to trim that one off at my 16 inches, so I know where my 16 inches is, because we've marked it on the paper trimmer. So there's my 16-inch mark, and so once I fold those over, I can turn it round, and it's easy to cut the height to 7 inches. Does that make sense? Because I folded it. There we go. So I don't need that piece. And when I open this one out, you can see I've got my score line. So I've got my 7, and I've got 2 2 1/4 either side there. So I can fold that one back, fold that one, and then fold that one back.
Yeah.
I didn't quite cut it on the right line. The lights were not catching, and I saw the wrong line. So go back onto that last score line that you did, which is your 16 inches. We're going to cut it down on that one, just there. That's better. There we go. You can see that's going to go like that, and that's going to be my cover. Well, actually, it's going to go the other way, isn't it? That way, and that way, that way, and that way, and then we can just burnish it down on those lines.
Perfect.
Can you see? And that's going to make my fold back card base. It's as easy as that, but I did the scoring first because that's going to be the easiest way to be able to cut the 7 1/2 inch height. Otherwise I just would have struggled because it wouldn't have fitted in my paper trimmer. So there we are. So that's my first piece. So we can put that to one side. So then I'm going to get my rose glitter card. So we're going to cut a whole load of pieces now, and then we'll start doing the exciting bit in a minute.
Okay.
So what I want is a square 6 3/4 inches, because if you remember, this panel here is a 7-inch panel, so I need 6 3/4 by square, but I also want 2 panels for down the sides of 2 inches by 6 3/4. So I'm going to cut 6 3/4 off on here, and I'll show you why. It does make sense in a minute. So there's my 6 3/4. I've just dropped something on the floor. I can't see where it's gone. Move this one out of the way, and then I can get my square. 6 3/4 is to there. And then I've got enough here. If this is where am my line? So there's my line. Can you see this is just over 5 inches long, and I need 2 pieces at 2 inches. So if you've cut it the right way, cut the whole length 6 3/4, and then everything is exactly the same height.
Got you.
Because it will all work perfectly, and then you can now. So if I show you this is what I mean, is by cutting it all first, can you see they're all exactly the same height? And when you go to put them on your card, it's just going to look so much neater.
Yes.
Okay, so hopefully everybody's got those. So just to recap, you've got your card base now, and you've got your first mats and layers.
Okay.
So they're going to go, just put them up here. There we go, just like that. So the next thing we want is on the side panels, let me bring it in here. So we've got the glitter rose gold here. On these side panels, just there, we're going to have the matte rose gold.
Okay.
So we need the same as that, but in the matte rose gold. We don't need the big square. So I've got a smaller piece here. So let's cut this to 6 3/4. There we go.
What I love about these craft alongs, it's all done at a nice pace and it's all explained beautifully. But it's
Hopefully.
very achievable, isn't it?
Yes.
For everybody. You know, even as the beginner, this is a great little project to do.
So we're going to have 2 at 2 inches. There we go. There we go. So now, if I look, hopefully these should be, oh yes, they're all exactly the same size. There we are.
Perfect.
And they will fit on the edges, on the sides there. Okay.
Pammy, obviously, who was going to be with us, who we're trying to get back on Skype, we've got our engineers working on it, just said, could you just repeat all of the sizes? Because obviously, I think particularly Pam is trying to get back on Skype with us, is probably pressing buttons and stuff. So just recap on the sizes if you can.
I don't know if you can do that as a screenshot, quickly get that as a screenshot so you can do it. There we go. These are the full instructions. It is in my sort of head. It does make sense in my head because I write them as I go along.
Are you going to post that up on your socials
later? I will
later?
Post that out afterwards, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So just to remind you, so we had, I'll show you again on here, we had we scored at 2 inches, 2.25, sorry, 4.5, 11.5, so we've got a 2.5 panel, another 2.25 panel, another 2.25 panel, and a 7-inch panel. Then we need another 2.25 on each of those, so I've scored at 13.75, and then I scored at 16, but I actually used that to then cut on, because I couldn't get it on my trimmer. Folded them over, just like that, so that I could turn it round in my paper trimmer, and then I cut that on the 7-inch there.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you think about it, that's 7-inch, and that's now 7-inch, so it's square.
And the panels that you cut were just a 1/4 inch down.
We went from 2.25 to 2, so yes, 1/4 inch.
Quarter of an inch.
I had to think about that. I've only just converted to inches.
Oh, have you?
Oh, until I joined here, I did everything in centimetres.
Oh,
always,
funny?
Always. But I've converted myself very quickly into inches, and I can get it now. It's sinking in. Okay.
Okay, cool. I was just going to say, if anyone needs any more time, I'll just read a few little comments that are coming through. Diane's joined us from Canada. Laurie's in with us from Gilbert, Arizona. Suze is in from Prince Edward Island as well. Our Susie says, you know what, how global are we? We've got viewers today from the UK, US, Scotland, the Netherlands, Canada, Trinidad, Puerto Rico, Germany, Australia. This is awesome, isn't it? There's so many people around the world are watching right now, and lots of you commenting about the gremlins who are trying to fix. Yes, what is it with the gremlins, says Mary? They're all over the internet lately. The need to get a better hobby. Do not feed the gremlins, says Nikoni, and Mary Pat says those naughty, naughty gremlins. Probably Debbie Fisher spilt some water again somewhere and they've multiplied, and we there was a couple sort of hanging around which we couldn't catch. But we're trying to get the Skype back up and running again. But the good thing is that you can all still join us on this craft along. So we've got our card, we've got some of our layers. What are we doing next?
I'm just looking at, we can see all the things in front of us.
Yeah.
Where it says Jenny, isn't that Studio 2's 2? Why does it say Jenny? But
because that's where Jenny was and where Pam was.
Was Jenny? She was in Studio 2, was she?
Well, she wasn't in Studio 2, but that's her little screen. But yeah, wouldn't that have been weird? We can't get Jenny. She's next door. Oh, right. No.
I was looking at that and I'm thinking, it says Jenny on the screen. I'm sure that's Studio 2. Okay, I'm going to do exactly the same. You just saw me getting my green cardstock out of my everyday inspirations from the solids, and I love this green. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now remember, I've only picked the green and the gold because of the paper I'm going to be using. So from my paper pad, I'm using this gorgeous pattern paper. I think I'm down. Oh yeah, it's last piece in here. So I just thought that this and look at that. Can you see how those colours just work perfectly together? Use any of your paper pads that you want. You can use any of the papers out of here if you want. You know what I mean? These colours work for me for this paper pad. So from here, I'm going to cut my 6.75 again, which is that mark just there. Oh no, it's not 6.5. Yes, it is, because we're still on. Where am I? It's 6.5 now. Come on, Corrine, think it through. 6.5, because we've gone down ½ inch, because this is our next mat layer. So we were on 6.75, we've dropped down to 6.5 now. And we would cut that as a square, just like that. And also, we would also cut it as our panels. So instead of being 2 inches like they were before, they're 1.75, and we need a couple of those. So we've got 1 and 2. So there we are. So I've got my square and my panels, and again, they're exactly the same height. So this is my next layer on. So the only other thing we need is to finish those, to get 4, we need 2 of the panels in the pattern paper. So again, it is 6.5. Do the 6.5 cut first, and then I'm going to do the 1.75. Oh, get it straight.
It's down by 1/4 inch for each mat and layer, the kind of general, because that's what I tend to do now when I make, if and when I make cards. I just tend to do that because it's what you guys do, and it always looks very neat.
Yeah, I either do 1/4 inch, which is 2/8, or 4/16, or I go down 3/16.
Okay.
So it's just a little bit less of a mat. So a 1/4 inch or 3/16 tend to be the ones that I would do.
Okay.
So let me just show you where we've come from so far. So if I open this out, which is how we will probably decorate it nice and flat, we've got our rose gold going on just there. Then I'll go with my matte gold, rose gold on those 2 panels. Can you see, just like that? And then we will then put our glitter on here. Really pretty, isn't it? And all of these are going to be put on nice and flat.
Yeah.
So then we're going to go in with our green.
Ooh, wow.
Doesn't that look lovely?
It's
now, if you
really
want
good
to,
colour
you can
combo.
take out the centre of that rose gold if you want to as well, because some people might feel that that's a waste. So then we're going to go in with our green, and should put those. Right, I'm thinking now might be a good time to stick all those down.
Yep.
It gives everybody time to catch up.
Yes.
And also see if we are going to get our crafters back. So I'll start sticking those down.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be sticking them down with my wet glue, nothing fancy.
Okay.
And they're all going to be flat. There's no raising on these at all.
And now's a good time as well, just as while we have a little break. If you've got any questions, then please do ask. Anything that you need repeated, you can do that as well. We are trying to get our 2 crafters back. It's not looking hopeful at the minute, but we'll do our very, very best. The great thing is, though, is I know that Pammy and Jenny will be crafting along anyway. They always do. And worst case scenario, we'll get the ladies to show us their pictures at the end of the show anyway. We can show you through the deal. This is everything that you're going to get. So if you want to pick this up today, if you haven't yet got it, maybe actually you bought a few of the Lattice Folding Dies when we launched and you now want to complete the set. However you want to go, we've got a deal for you. You can buy these on a 2 for £15, a 2 for $19 deal, or go for the full collection. 12 dies in total, as we said, because you get 2 dies within each of the sets. Your longer die, your shorter die, so great for creating backgrounds, great for creating frames as well, and they're so easy to use. This design here looks so intricate, looks so difficult. It looks like you spent ages doing this. You haven't. All you've done is run it once through your die cutting machine, folded it back, and away you go. But you don't need to tell anybody. You don't need to tell anybody that it's super simple and really easy to achieve. You've created the most beautiful looking project, the most beautiful looking card. Oh yeah, it took me hours. It took me hours. Didn't, did it? Probably took you like 20 minutes, half an hour with this system. But you've got so many different designs in here. Double diamond, we love. That chevron as well, absolutely beautiful. And again, you can see here, whether you want to go horizontal with that effect, whether you want to go vertical, whether you want to create a background and kind of multiple layer these, whether you want to create a frame. There's super versatility with all of these dies that you're going to get. This is my favourite one here. The circle, I think, could be used for so many different cards. Again, for engagement cards, anniversary cards, seaside cards as well. I think that's going to be absolutely perfect for. Next here is that gorgeous opulence. Again, a really beautiful design. Everything that you need is right here. Run it once through your machine to create this beautiful effect, and then you're literally just folding that, that fold back to create that gorgeous lattice. And then this one here, potentially my second favourite, the double loop. Really intricate design, really easy to do. 15% is the saving on the full bundle. £31.99 or $40.60. And of course, if you are shopping with us and you're not yet a Club Inspire member, do make sure that you join up at the website to receive 20% off your first order today. Mum4Boys on YouTube is saying, I just love learning card techniques that you could use with any dies. That's the best part of these shows. And Nikoni on YouTube says, I love your colour palette, Corrine. That's why we do these shows, so you can pick up inspiration, so that you can copy us you know, step by step, or as we said, you can put your own little twist on things and change them up just a little bit should you wish to as well. Just wanted to reiterate the deal that we've got on the mixed cardstock collection with the glittering rose, the glittering gold, the regal rose gold and the sparkling silver. This is obviously your silver here. You've got 24 sheets in total, 250 GSM, so really nice weight of cardstock for your card projects, for your boxes, for your 3D designs as well. It's a 25% saving across this collection. So you get 12 sheets of the beautiful pearlescent sparkling silver, and then you've got 12 sheets of that gorgeous 12 by 12 glitter card as well, encapsulated glitter, as I've said, so you're not going to get that glitter all over the place. It's going to die cut absolutely beautifully for you as well. Then you've got your regal rose gold, once again 12 by 12, 250 GSM. And again, beautiful, beautiful design here. I love it. Really beautiful finish to it. Great colour, and great for the fact that you've got the ability to mix and match that up with the sparkling regal rose gold as well, with that gorgeous glitter effect. And then lastly in this bundle, you're going to receive your glittering gold. Once again, 12 sheets of that gorgeous pearlescent gold. And then you've got your sparkle with that glitter there as well. Some gorgeous colours, particularly the gold and the silver. Wedding season on the horizon. Of course, a great way for you to be able to perhaps use this for things like your wedding stationery, your wedding cards as well. And that rose gold, the regal rose gold, I know so many of you absolutely love. $35.60 or $41.20 platinum price. You can pick that up, pop that into your basket right now. Let me just quickly check the old tablet. I think we are pretty much all up to speed. No questions come through yet. Nobody saying slow down, speed up, do a cartwheel. So we will move on. It looks like Corrine is still sticking over there.
Yeah, I'm just putting that last one on, so I've just put the green one on. Just to show you, once I've put them on, I also get my brayer. And if I'm doing that, I just do that because it's only just stuck down.
That's a good idea.
And put that on there, and you get a perfect finish to your mats and layers. It spreads out the glue underneath, so you know everything's going to be. I often do it when I'm doing mats and, you know, if I've got time, and I just feel that the card base feels so much stronger for it because, you know, you've spread that glue out and you've made sure that everything is stuck down. I can see that the glues come right to the edges. That's a really nice, robust card base now. So you can see we've got the card base and 2 mats and layers on each element. So it's looking really pretty. So,
it really is.
I mean, even as any design, you could be working on this, you know, doing lots of different designs. So we now need the elements to put our lattice on. So we're going to have, on top of the white, on top of the green, we're going to have some white layers. We're not going to put anything else over there because that paper is so, so pretty. Now, the piece that you cut off from here, keep this. So that's the rest of that, because we're going to cut our flowers out of that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this to one side, and then I've just got my multi-purpose card. And from my multi-purpose card, I need one strip that's 6.25 square, because if you remember, that was 6.5 square, so we're coming down by 1/4 of an inch.
Yep.
And 2 that are 1.5 inches wide. So I'm going to cut my 6.25, and I'm going to do it from the length of the card. Again, so what do we say? 6.25 is that one there. This means if I do it this way, I know I'm going to get it all out of the card in one go. So that's my 6.25 in height. Then we're going to do 6.25 there, and that's going to give me my square. And then I need 2 pieces at 1.5 inches. So 1.5.
That's such a good tip of doing it that way. You know, I feel like I do waste cardstock when I'm cutting because I never think of.
I'm often quickly calculating the best way to get the most out.
Yeah.
And it's something I think I have quite sussed now over the years, that, you know, which is the best cut to do first, so that I'm going to get the most. There are times when I mess it up, so I'm going to pop. Actually, I don't think I need my paper trimmer again, so I can just pop that. I'll put that there, and I also don't think I need my scoreboard again, so I can get rid of that. Let's try and be a little bit tidy. Okay, so that's my spare. So these are my pieces, and these are what we're going to do our lattice cuts from. So let's just move the bits out of the way. And then I've got my lattice dies just here. So we're going to use the double diamond on the large piece, and on the 2 smaller ones, we're going to use the chevrons. Oh,
wow.
That's empty.
Oh.
Let me just see. There was 2 packs of that.
Have I got... Oh, no, I haven't. So when you get John...
There we go. Look, there's two
it.
in that pack. You only get one of those.
I'll blame Craig.
There, that one should go in there. Don't know where the other long one is, but let's put that one in there. There we go. Whew, that was just for... that was a panicky minute. Because like, oh, I didn't check that. I felt the packs and I thought they'd be there. Right, now, so you can see for these, so there's your double diamond, there's your chevron. You're going to get your larger ones and your shorter ones as well for each design, whether it's the circles, it's the whichever one, you always get the long one. Now you can have them repeat. So imagine if you've got longer cardstock.
Oh, so you can overlap and create longer lengths?
Yeah. No problem at all. And what you could actually even do is cut that one and then put that one into the hole there and cut again.
Great idea.
That would cut really neatly.
Yeah.
So for this, for the double diamond, we're going to use the small double diamond and we're going to use the long chevron. Those are the two we're going to use. So let's put this out of the way. I'll do the chevron first because that is definitely the easiest. So are those two the same size? Yes, they are. Where's my... there we go. I just want some tape. There we go, got that ready. So what I want to do is I get in one of my chevrons, so this is, if you remember rightly, I'm going to check my instructions so I can tell you exactly right. This is 6.25 in length, 1.5 in width.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pop this chevron die just in the middle. Now you actually have this little notch just there. So if you do want to mark the halfway point of your cardstock, then you can just use that notch to line it up.
And so the way these work then, the fact that you can overlap, you know, like you were doing earlier, you could create like a little belly band out of these potentially.
Yeah.
You could have a little wrap for a cake maybe as well with these.
Yeah, look perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let's run that one through.
Really versatile.
I'm not going to try and be clever and do two at once. We're going to do one at a time just because we know it's in the right place.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. There we go. So that one's popped out. Now, first time I did this, it was like, there's nothing cut out. This is one of those dies where nothing pops out. You know when you do a die cut, you're expecting to find pieces cut out.
Yeah.
This one doesn't. You never, with any of these dies, nothing will pop out. It takes you a minute to get used to it because you're like, well, nothing's cut. Yes, it has cut, but it just doesn't cut out. So let's do this.
It doesn't fall out, it folds, doesn't it?
Exactly. So let's do the second one. And that's going to go through there, like that. And it's so, so clever. Let's do that. And that, there we go. Can you see? Just like that. Now you might see little marks on here. So if you wanted to, I sometimes find that the reverse is actually, look a bit cleaner.
Yeah.
Because we're going to fold those down, you then get that round there. So it's entirely up to you which side you want to use, whether you want to use the front or the back. But it doesn't mark much, but if it, you know, if those marks bother you, then just turn it round. Now, the next one we're going to do, I'm actually going to just grab a piece of paper. So what we want to do, let me make sure I get this the right way around. I'm going to start here. Doesn't matter where you start. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to position it so I've got roughly the same border, side and top. And I'm coming in, what, sort of my little finger width. What's that, about just over half an inch?
Half an inch, yeah.
Pop that and put that tape on like that. Now I'm cutting it upwards. I mean, there is no right and no wrong way. You can cut it whichever way. And I'm still going to do it on my junior plates, even though part of this card is sticking off. As long as this piece, the die, is within the plates, it'll be fine. It doesn't matter that my cardstock's actually bigger, but oh, there we go. I'll show you what I did at home as well. My machine at home, the pressure in my machine is so intense. I find...
What do you have, a junior?
I've got the junior. No, I've got the Gemini. But I know every die cutting machine is slightly different. And I just find mine at home is really, really strong. So what I've done with mine, so turn that one round.
Like you say, you have to sort of learn your machine a little bit, don't you?
You do.
Each machine is slightly different.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of card.
Yeah.
And I've just lined, this is just a scrappy piece. So I've lined it up there. And then I'm going to, now remember you die cut just inside that line. So I'm going to pop that like that, and then I'm just going to overlap that very slightly. And can you see? So that should mean is when that cuts, those lines should be fairly lined up. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to see what it's like on this machine. I'm just going to take the magnetic shim out. Just because I found, because we're not actually cutting anything out, you know, we're only cutting into our cardstock. I found that at home I didn't need my magnetic shim and it was less likely to put marks into my card.
Yeah.
Let's see, how's that cut through? Yeah, perfect.
Oh, there we go.
And can you see, there's a lot less marking on my cardstock. Again, like we say, it's all about learning your machine, isn't it? And just finding out what works. So line that one up. And then that just there. So we know it's all lined up. We're going round. And then hopefully when we get to the last one, it should fit just perfect.
And the great thing is, again, watching you work with these just shows how the dies really do all the hard work for you, and how, again, this is a project which is like so achievable for everybody. I nearly did, again, craft along today, and I kind of wish I had done now, because obviously we've lost our guests. We're still trying to get them back, but I could have had a little bit of a go. Tell you what, because we're together again on Sunday, aren't we?
We are, you and I.
So if we haven't got any guests for that, I think I might have a go with you then.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just lining everything up. I will bring in enough of everything when I get up, when I prepare it, because that's tomorrow's job.
Okay.
I'll make
so you
sure.
bring enough for me?
Yes, I'll bring in a stash for you as well.
Thank you. Are you prepared for me going though? Oh, can you just do that bit again?
Of course
or what
I am.
did you do there? Did you
I am.
just repeat that bit?
Yeah, of course I am.
All right.
There we go. Now look at that. To me, that was the best thing to do, because I've no longer got the indentation of the die on there. So if you want to do that, that works really, really well. And the other thing, I'm throwing stuff. Oh, that was my glitter gone. And the gilding flakes.
Top was on though, wasn't it?
Yeah, top's
Good
on.
news.
So I'm not panicking.
Good news.
Not panicking. I was looking
imagine?
for my sticky picker-upper.
Sticky picker-upper. You should have heard, by the way, just whilst Corrine's looking for that. You know, earlier on, Corrine made a bit of a mess with the gilding flake. Well, if you didn't see the show, you didn't know, but she had a bit of a mess. Let's just say, John came in after the show to sort it all out. The vacuum cleaner he used, I have never heard anything so loud in all my life. It was like 1980s called. They want the vacuum cleaner back. It was so loud. And then all of a sudden, me and Johnny were in here. It sounded like a herd of elephants had just run through. It was, it was very, very loud.
There you go.
But he tidied it up, didn't he?
He did. He tidied it up lovely. Right, so all I've done now is I've just picked all of the tape residue off my card, just to make it tidy. It just makes it so much easier. So now you can see we have got all of our die cutting done. And then it's the fun bit of doing. So should we start folding? Do we need to break? Do we need to pause to let people catch up? Or are we ready to go on to the next bit?
I think we will let people catch up, and we'll do the folding in just a few moments' time. As I say, we've got a few technical gremlins still. We are still trying to work on getting Pammy and Jenny onto the show. Fingers crossed we can. But listen, if you are crafting along with us and you need a bit of time, we'll give you that time right now. If you've got any questions as well that you want to ask, then get those in during this little break. And also, this is an optimum time for you to be checking out your basket. So we'll come back in just a second. First up, here is some information about our little club.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Take all the hard work out of patchwork with the Gemini Build-A-Block Patchwork System. This innovative collection of multimedia dies allows you to create patchwork blocks with ease and total accuracy. This set includes 18 dies to cut a range of shapes and sizes for patchwork or quilting projects. They can cut multiple layers of fabric at once. They include an accurate 1/4" seam allowance, plus all of your pieces are cut exactly the same size every time. Follow your own creative inspiration or look through the 20 patterns laid out in the guide. Not enough? There's an additional 60 patterns online. And right now, we have amazing offers on the Gemini Build-A-Block Patchwork System. Quick buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Lots of love for this collection coming in. Thank you for all the lovely comments. Pamela just saying, I love these lattice dies. If you haven't yet got them, pick them up today, because this is the thing, and this is why I'm so passionate about this place, is that, you know what, you can walk into your local store and pick something off the shelf that you like the look of, but then you get it home, you've got no inspiration with it, you've had no kind of like demonstrations to copy, and then you sort of look at it and you sit it on the side and you never use it. That's why so many people love what we do here at Crafters TV, because you buy the product, you get to see everything that you're going to get, and then you get all of this inspiration for free as well. So we're always there for you. And again, not just this particular show, you can go back and watch the launch show. Ooh, you can go back and watch all the other shows that we've done with the Lattice Folding Dies as well. So you're buying the product today, but within that you've got all of the inspiration that we bring you here at Crafters TV. So sorry, the guys are still fiddling around to try and get our Skype guest back. I don't know if you heard me echo, that's why I went, but anyway, let's get back on over to Corrine. So we've stuck our bits and pieces down, and we're getting ready to fold the lattice folds.
Yes, we're now going to fold the lattice. So all you do is really simple. So you take your first one, and then all you do is not only has it cut, but it's also put a score line in. So I'm just going to fold it down on there. So I'm going to fold down, I'm going to fold down. I just do the fold in first, fold it down. Make sure you fold it down there. Now this one doesn't want to come down this one wants to go backwards. Now there's lots of different ways that you can do this, so you can then fold that down like that, and what you can do is you can snip that off if you want, and then you can add it in at the top. Looks really nice, but for this one I want a border all the way around. So all I'm going to do now is, while that's off, I'm going to then put a little bit of glue there. I think about this one, so there, yep. I'm going to do, if you think of that as a letter M, I'm going to do it on the 5 points of the M.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because those are the points that it's going to touch. Now if you want to do it, you can use your tape pens or your wet glues. I just find it easier with the wet glue. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the tiniest amount of glue. Fold it down, and just remember your tacky glue sometimes just takes a minute to go tacky. So we can then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then push that down. Just press them down as we go.
Will it stay without the glue?
Yeah, but it will ping up
out.
a bit. There's one of the shapes that you can actually really, well, this one, if I show you on this one, if I take this one, let's pull that down and then pull that down. What you could do, if you wanted to, is you could do it like that. Can you see? If I just do them all that way, and push that one down.
Yeah.
Just push it down like that. And then you can tuck them like that.
Yeah.
So you could have that effect, which actually looks quite nice.
Does look quite nice.
Or that effect.
Yeah.
You choose. I mean, either way looks absolutely lovely, but I better carry on with the same way.
Yeah, don't
now.
confuse yourself.
I don't want to.
Or don't let
it's
me
not about
confuse
confusing,
you.
but I don't think it would look right if I did it changed halfway. Just putting my glue on, giving it time to go tacky. I've done nothing with the ones at the back at the moment. I've just left them there. So turn that over. And I'm just making sure that as I do it, I'm sort of pulling them down onto that score line so that it folds in the right place. Just press that down. There we go. And that will hold. Oops. That's what you just remember, tacky glue takes a minute. And then that one wants to go back. There, like that. Hold it down. Oh. Tacky glue, less is definitely more, don't you think?
Oh,
if
yeah.
If you put too much on, it just doesn't go tacky, does it?
I think that's where people perhaps go a bit wrong with it, in the fact that they think, oh, it's not going tacky, and then they add more, and then you kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, exacerbating the problem. Oh, that's a great word, Ben.
Ooh.
Exacerbation.
Very posh. And it's always easier to put the glue on the bit that you've folded over, because you know it's in the right place, rather than trying to put it on the base. There we go. All the way around like that. And then fold it over. Is everything sticking down now? I think we are. And the next one. And the next one. There we go. And that glue is going nice and tacky.
Give that a little bit of a burnish.
I will in a minute. I'll do it with the brayer in a minute.
Got bone folders on the show, actually.
Oh yeah.
You need for your burnishing. Details coming up on your screen. 2-piece bone folder, small one and the big one.
Perfect. Yeah, because you just do that and then you can just score over it and that'll work brilliantly. There we are. Little bit of wet glue all the way across there. There we are. Right. And then one. There we go. So that's the last one. There we are. So once we've done that, I'm just going to then just run over there. There we go.
That's such a cool idea. I've never seen the brayer used in that way before,
Haven't you?
and I think it's a really good idea and a great way of using it.
Right, now on the back, I've got these pieces. The first time I did this, I sort of cut them really close to the fold. But then I found that you just saw a little bit turned up. So what I found the better way to do it is just to cut it, can you see, you could stick the whole thing down, but to eliminate bulk, I'm just chopping those ones off there. And then I'm going to do exactly the same and just put a little bit of glue behind there, just to glue them down. 3, that's the third pair and the fourth pair. There we go, just like that. And then fold those down. I just found that was a little bit neater. There we are. There we go. Tuck those down.
Just to say, I was just watching Corrine stick, I think we've been defeated by the gremlins. So just to let you know, particularly Pam and Jenny, I don't think we're going to be able to get you back. It's a problem at our end, definitely not your end. It's all us. It's all us. It's me, not you. No, it's all me. And we've had the guys running around trying to fix it, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it fixed anytime soon. So I tell you what, if you are still crafting along, which I'm sure you are, if you can send your pictures in to us at the end of the show, that'd be marvellous. And I do know, little birdie has told me that Jenny's going to be joining in on the craft along on Friday with Joe and Corrine. So I'm sure it will be filmed.
I'm loving that one.
Filmed?
It's
So it'll be fixed by then. Knitwits,
It's the
kindly
Knitwits
thoughts.
home body.
Oh, home body.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, I've done a card shape that I've never done before.
Oh,
So
what is it?
it's card blank, but then like a concertina card on the front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Card with a concertina on the front. So yeah.
Wow.
So I've then come to my chevron and I've done exactly the same. Just folded them all down. And then I've got the back one and I'm just going to trim that just back there. And
It's
we'll do the
me and you on Sunday, and I believe Gilmore's joining us on Sunday, so that should be a lot of fun.
Good, good.
Yeah, always fun when
That's the
Gilmore's
Grande
in town.
Edgeables, so that's tomorrow's project to come up with an idea.
Who, me?
Me.
Oh, I thought you were looking at me then.
I've got to get it ready.
My craft along would be very simple if I had to
I need
put
to
one
get it
together.
ready tomorrow so that I can send photos over so that they can get them published on Friday.
Ooh, you've got a tight deadline there, haven't you?
Yeah, but the dies don't arrive till today.
You have got a very tight deadline there, haven't you? Oh dear, it's a good job you're creative.
I hope hubby's taken them in and not taken the dog for a walk and missed the delivery man. That's all I can say.
Can you imagine?
Ah, dear.
Can you imagine? That's the kind of thing I'd do.
Yeah.
Try and be useful, take the dog for a walk and then miss an important delivery.
Yeah. If that's happened,
Yeah.
there's not a lot I can do when I get home.
Don't your delivery guys just chuck it in the bin or something? Or like just chuck it over? Who was it? Didn't Debbie Robinson? I'm sure Debbie Robinson had something chucked in her bin recently.
Wasn't it her Santangle stuff?
That was
Twice.
it. Her Santangle
Twice.
stuff. She's not been in.
Yeah.
Delivery guy's just gone, oh, where can I put this where it will be safe? Oh, I'll chuck it in the trash. Brilliant. Brilliant.
I don't know with this company I've ever had to leave. The company that delivers the parcels for here, I've never actually had to leave a parcel unattended at ours yet.
Are your neighbours good at taking stuff in?
Yeah, if they're around.
Yeah.
But I don't know, again, I don't know whether this company go to neighbours, I don't know.
Okay.
Hopefully they would.
Yeah.
Because there's usually somebody in on our street. It's only a little street, but there we go. So I've done exactly the same on there. And then, oh, pop that one down. There we go. And then we're doing the same. So I only need the 3 dots of glue on here. 1, 2, and 3, all the way down. Just easier to put the glue on all the way.
It's just annoying when you miss the postage and you get that little red and white card through. It's like, oh, sorry we missed you. Come and collect it in 48 hours. You know, oh,
Between it, in a 2-hour window.
yeah, in a 2-hour window in a sorting office, which is 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
But never mind.
Yes. You just love it, don't you, when they do that. Right, so again, these go, and again, this one you could have, if you'd wanted to, you could have tucked them underneath the back, but I like to see the sort of chevron effect. Now these look really, really pretty, but the true look of these comes when you actually put something behind them, if you know what I mean, into the die, into the cut-out areas. Go on, stick down. There we go. And then I just need to stick those.
Lots of people loved your use of the brayer as well. I think that's become like a new top tip, using the brayer.
I do it all the time when you want really neat layers. Obviously you can't do it if you're using foam tape, but if you're just using wet glue, it just...
There he is.
There you go. You see, I just feel, I can see it, everything burnishing down.
Yeah.
So you just, every now and again you have to give your brayer a wipe because it gets glue on. Right, so I've got all 3 panels done.
Fab.
So what I then wanted to do, so if I bring in my card base, which we've got here, this will look perfect on there.
That bottom one looks a bit like, does anyone else think it looks a bit like a dragon? The bottom lattice, like a dragon's face, or is that just me? That one there?
Oh, that one?
No, the one that you pointed at first.
Yes, I can see that now. Now I've seen it from the overhead. That's, to me, it's like a fish look. Face.
Oh, yeah. Fish. Don't go there again. Talking about fish.
Oh, I missed that one, so I'll stop. Right, now I'm going to put foam tape on the back of here. So I'm just using my strips because these are... this one might be... there we are. I think it might have got a little bit damp. So just nice little strips, not too high. It's not a really deep foam tape. I just wanted something just to give it a little bit of a lift. So I can put that there and then on there. And as I always say with this, you don't need to take all the backing off when you come to stick it down. As long as you've taken enough off that it's going to stick, then that'll be, the ones in the middle are just to stop it from sort of going a bit saggy and droopy. So there we go. And then we can put that one onto here.
Are you sectioning this off because are you making this into like a little shaker as well?
No, just I'm just trying to
give
make
it a lift.
I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't sag. But you could. That would look nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
There you look at you getting all crafty.
Well, no, I've been doing a bit, you know. I've taken the lead from all of you guys. I think I told you I made Georgina a leaving card the other day.
Did you?
Well, because the story is I was supposed to be with her on her last day on Saturday.
But then you decided not to work.
Well, yeah, I decided to go and play cricket. But I had sort of half forgotten that it was their last day. And when she found out, because the email goes out, of course, to say, oh, you know, it's changed. And she sent me a message. I don't think she was very happy. So I felt a bit bad. And I said, oh, I'll come in on Friday to sort of say goodbye and give you a hug. But I thought, you know what? I bought some chocolates that she likes, these chocolates that she likes. And so I made her a little card as well.
You are nice.
Quite simple. But it was all right. I put it on my socials actually. But I enjoy having a little play. I enjoy having a little dabble. I'm super slow, Corrine, is what I'd say. I'm very slow at crafting, but I get there eventually. It's like with all the measurements and stuff. It takes me a bit of time to work things out and then like line things up when I'm cutting and.
That's fine.
But if you get there by hook or by crook, it doesn't really matter how you get there as long as you get there.
It's the art of the actual crafting process which is the fun bit.
Yeah.
It's not how you get there. It's all about, you know. And
I genuinely do enjoy it. I just wish I need to get hold of more crafty accessories is what I need. So I haven't got quite enough for my own good.
Are you not getting at all nervous by what you're hearing in your ear?
No. It's just, the guys are chatting along in my ear. If I need to do anything, they always tell me.
Okay, right. All right, so these pieces here, I am not going to bother taking the backing off at all. I'm just going to put these on here to oops, I dropped that piece of foam tape. There we go. This is just to lift that up a little bit, just on there. There we go, and I'm going to do the same on here.
Elaine says on Facebook, morning, I had to play catch up on this morning's wake up call, but I have to say, a plastic herring does not help at the pond. It was a plastic heron, not a herring. A plastic heron, not herring. I had 2 blue heron statues at the end of the pond that had goldfish in it, and one day my husband asked, when did you get a 3rd heron statue? I didn't. It was a real one. And over the course of a week he ate all my goldfish. It's a terrible story, but that is a brilliant story. So he was standing there with the plastic herons, pretending that he was a plastic heron, and when you weren't looking, eating the fish. Unbelievable.
Oh dear. I am just going to pop little tiny pieces of foam. It's not worth rushing it and not doing things like this by putting these extra little pieces. Yeah. When you finish, you will see the difference because things won't be, it'll all stay nice and flat and level. Yes, it does take a few minutes longer to get all the foam behind, but all I'm doing is I'm just picking random little bits and making sure that there is foam tape behind there so that it's all going to be nice and flat when we come to finish. It just takes just a minute, just like that.
That's just sticky. And Regina says, good morning. Just received these dies yesterday. I'm looking forward to having a play with them.
Oh, that's good. Well, I hope it gives her a little bit of inspiration.
Yeah, well, you've got a project to go away with here, which is lovely.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, go on.
There you go. Right, so we've folded them all and we've put our adhesive on the back. So then it's just about bringing these in and then putting them on here. So as I was saying, I'm going to take the backing off here and the back off these around the edges. And then we can come all the way around. There we go. And just there.
So your point is you just need to take off the backing from sort of around the edges.
Around the edges, and I think I might just take that one off in the middle. And I'm not even going to bother taking the foam tape off there because I don't really need to, because that will then fit onto there. I've got tape in the middle. I've got tape all the way around the outside, so I know it's not going anywhere. There you go, make sure all the bits come off. There, I know it's not going anywhere, but I also know that that is really firmly down because it's got support behind it. We're going to do exactly the same on the sides.
Good morning to Samantha. He says, good morning, everyone, from an overcast, I don't know if I can pronounce that. Is it Decatur, Illinois? Decatur? Elaine says, lol, Ben, that was autocorrect for you. Herring versus heron. Yes, I got that as I read the story. Plastic herons, not herrings. And Susie says, Ben, the more you practice, the faster you get. But you don't need to be fast when crafting. Just have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never a truer word spoken, especially with these craft-alongs. We don't go fast here, do we? We have fun and we do it at a nice, easy pace.
There we go. So that is the base of the card done. So we can see there. So just been going just over an hour and we've got our card sort of base done. And now it's about decorating it. And then, so it's up to you, whatever you've got. So
Yep.
we're going to pop that there. Do you think everybody's caught up with all their sticking?
I'll tell you what,
No
we haven't got any
questions?
questions come through. I'm kind of up to speed with the comments as well. I did pronounce that place wrong. It's Decatur in Illinois. Decatur, Illinois.
Okay.
And Joyce Powell on Facebook said, yes, the joy is in the journey. We're all good, I think. There's no one saying slow down. There's no one saying repeat. I think everyone's just in their own little crafty heaven watching you craft along here. So we can move on.
Okay, so we're going. So these are our perfect peonies from our country lane. Now, there's obviously I prepped this before my dancing dragonflies arrived because that's got some beautiful water lilies in.
Yes.
So if you wanted to, you could actually use your water lilies. Would look really nice with this, wouldn't it? But yes, my kit hadn't actually arrived when I started prepping this, so hence I used the country lane. But it's whatever you want. I mean, and if you're not into making flowers, then there are some fantastic ones pre-made that you can just buy. So, you know, use those if you wanted to. Now, this is where I use all my little bits up. So, you remember we used...
I'll get it.
Oh, sorry, I'm here. Sorry, my mistake. It was a bit clear to the edge. So you remember these little pieces? This was just a little piece that we cut off the green. I'm now going to use that as well for my foliage. So, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can also get. Can we get 3 more on? Oh, that works pretty well. There we go. There we are.
Susie just says, I lived near Decatur, GA for a few years when I worked in Atlanta. I need to den up and remember all of the initials in the American states because I'm just not very good at remembering. I thought it was Decatur IL, not GA. I'm very confused now. It's Washington Day today as well, by the way, talking about national days.
It's what day?
Washington Day.
Oh, Washington, not Washing Day.
No, not Washing Day. It's National Clean Your Room Day, hence why we were talking about that a little bit earlier on and why there's stuff on socials about that. But it's also National Washington Day. I think that's Washington State Day. So happy Washington Day to anyone who lives in Washington today. And indeed, Washington up the road as well, because we've got a Washington near us, haven't we?
We have, haven't we?
Yeah.
I know, I get very confused, don't you, that you get so used to that Washington's in America, apart from the one that's up by Newcastle.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got a Boston near here. Well, not that near here, have we? But fairly near.
Boston's Lincolnshire way, nearer Peterborough.
Yeah, Boston, Lincolnshire. Yeah. Peterborough. How far is that from here? About 3 hours. Oh, it's not that near at all, is it? I'll shut up. Boston, America's probably nearer.
Yeah, probably get there quicker. Yeah, it'd be about, where are you on? A good 3 hours. It's definitely 3 hours to get to it from here.
GA is Georgia, I've just found out.
All right.
So there's Decatur, Illinois, but there's a Decatur in Georgia. Oh, so there you go. Funny name that, isn't it? Decatur, Illinois, Decatur, Georgia. I'm always learning.
Right, this is now where I come into my element. I love flower making. I just absolutely adore flower making, and I can lose a lot of time to making flowers.
You're a bit of a flower making queen, aren't you?
I do. I wouldn't necessarily call it that way, but I do enjoy it. I've got a flower making masterclass later on in the month, which I'm quite looking forward to. That'll be really good. Okay, so you can be cutting these out of foam, you could be cutting these out of fabric, I've cut them out of paper, it's entirely up to you. So I've got some foliage there, so I'm always passionate about you must use your foliage, and then I've also got my flowers. Now I need, I haven't put, do I need my glue gun? No, I don't need my glue gun. I was thinking aloud there, did I need my glue gun or not? I've got a few extra pieces just here. So what we want to do then is I've got a couple of my inks. Oops, can't pick that one up. There we go. So I have got my blush and my red garnet. You can use anything that you want, but I just thought that worked really, really well with these. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my blush first, and I'm just going to come in on the edges, and I'm going to go up a little bit. Can you see I've gone up a little bit of a way on my flowers on those?
What's your favourite medium to use when you're making flowers? Is it paper? Is it foam? Is it vellum tissue?
I do love using the foam. I do love using the foam, but there are certain times when I just love using paper. I love using mulberry paper as well. I think it looks effective. Do you know what else I think looks effective is if you've got a really old novel that's broken.
Yes.
I always say to you, make sure it's a broken. I go down. They must think I'm crazy because I go down to our local cancer research shop and say, have you got any books that you can't sell? And they sort of look at you and I say, where the pages, they get donated and sometimes the pages are missing. Well, they can't sell them. It's a bit like selling a jigsaw without all the pieces, isn't it? And I love those because you can get those and then you can just take the pages out and use them.
Yeah,
to me, there's nothing
idea.
Better. I think that, and then spritz them with some inks or colour those with inks and they look fantastic. So where are we with this? So I've got one, let's do two. What have I got? Some more just here.
People buy up books as well to create like projects with too,
yes,
don't they?
Some people
like
use them for like paper folding, is it? Yeah, book folding.
Well, I love the idea of making flowers out of books.
Looks really lovely. So there we go.
Like you say, just make sure it's a book that nobody else wants first.
Yes. Not the one that your partner's still in the middle of reading or something.
Don't go and take Sarah's novel off the shelf and start making paper flowers out of that, for goodness sake. No. Just make sure. And do you know what? I think the older the book, the better, because the pages are yellower. Yes.
You don't want, let's say, a thick book, a thick papered book.
No.
You want, quite low GSM of your paper. Now I'm just going in with the red garnet, and I'm just going to take the red garnet just to the very tips of the petals. Just there we go. There we are, all the way around there. So I can take, however long it takes me to make my actual card, I can, if I'm not careful, take as long again with my embellishments, because I just love making embellishments. You can take quite a while to make those up if you want. But again, you can. I often have foam flowers made up in advance, and then you can just pick them up out.
A lot of people do it, don't they? Just sort of have an evening where they'll make a load of foam flowers, pop them into a little box for projects for later on down the line.
If you've never tried it, try making flowers out of mulberry paper, because it's quite a robust paper.
What's mulberry paper then, for people who don't know?
Think of, that probably won't mean anything to our American. Think of wood chip wallpaper.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Now it's a natural paper. It's the one with the fibres in, so it looks like that wallpaper. There's my lid.
Don't see much of that around nowadays, do you?
Well, I think we've all realised to get rid of it, haven't we? Yeah. We've all moved into houses with lots of that on the wall, and you spend...
avocado bathrooms. Remember that colour back in the 80s? Everyone wanted their bathroom in that avocado colour.
There we go. Right, so now I've got those. I then grab, this is where it says you want your ball tools and your foam mat. So I've got all my bits. I always keep these all together, so I've got all of those there. They just sit at the side of my desk. And then I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to work out which ball, actually I think that one, and then I'm just going to pop that in there. Yeah,
we had this on yesterday, still on the website if you search. If you want the ball moulding ball tools? Ball tools.
Yeah.
Ball tools. They are available in a deal where you get the petal distress tool for free. So if you
I haven't got one
of
those yet. I need to get one, especially if I'm doing a flower forming masterclass.
Yeah, you do.
Because I need to have a bit of a practice with that, don't I?
A little finger toboggan,
Yeah.
what do you call it?
I've seen Craig use it.
Yeah.
You just sort of run it down.
You just got like a little, it's like a little mini sort of, what do you call it?
Crimper.
Like skiffle board. And you just run your finger over it and it just distresses the little petal. I call it a finger toboggan. Yeah, that is available. I like to stain book pages, says Rosalind, with tea or coffee to get an aged or vintage look. That's a good idea. Mary Reno saying, what a wonderful idea with the books, Corrine. And Miriam Robinson, old books can be used for a lot of different things. Junk journals, scrapbooking, gel press, etc.
Oh, what's that?
I don't know what that is. What's gel press? Anyone? Oh, everyone in the gallery is going, gel press? Miriam, expand please, we need to know what that is. Miriam also just saying, I love that peony from the Country Lane collection as well. Beautiful.
So you can see all I'm doing at the moment is I'm just shaping from the petals from behind, slightly larger ball tool when I go to the larger ones, just from the back, and I'm not squashing them down in the middle at the moment. I can do that afterwards. Once you've done, sometimes it's about, you've got to go in with a larger ball tool and then you can go in with a smaller one, because if you go in with a small one to begin with, you'll just crease the petals. So start with a larger ball tool, if need be, and then go in with a smaller one. And again, it all, having the mat to act as a resist really, really works. Last one.
It's worth taking this bit of time there, isn't it, to really get that finished effect.
Yes.
By moulding those petals.
There we go. Right, I just need to just do that one a little bit more. There we go. Just there. Right. So we've got those, and then all I'm going to do, I'm going to get my tacky glue, and then I'm going to put it on my mat. I'm going to put the first one on, put a little bit of glue in. Again, not too much. Then I'm going to get the next petal. I'm going to go 2 large ones on this one. Have I got enough large ones? No, I need to go with the smaller one. Go next size down. So that, stagger that, and then we can put a little bit more tacky glue on. And then I'm going to get a smaller one, put that on, and then I'm going to get my ball tool and I'm just going to press it down. That's fact, I'm going to get that ball tool and I'm just going to hold that. And I do that whether I'm using a hot glue or a wet glue, because all you're doing is you're pressing those fibres in, and can you see we're going into the mat and it's shaping, especially if you do it with your hot glue.
Yeah.
Can you see how that's completely shaped? So we have gone, let me just show you, from a flat piece.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
it's
no
almost
comparison,
unrecognisable, isn't it?
No comparison.
No.
I just think it's a fabulous way to craft. And then we can come in. There we go on that one. And there. Oops. And on there. And then we can pop that on. So I want 3 of these. There we go. And the final one. And again, it's about not using too much glue.
Yeah.
Because you just want it to go nice and tacky.
Patty's joined us from California. Hello, Patty. Who says if you lightly mist the paper as well, it can make it more pliable to shape. That's another good tip, isn't it? A little bit of a spritz. A light mist. There we go. Just press and hold. Just for a second. Flat, especially, this is really good to do if you're using a hot glue, because hot glue can be quite chunky. So by doing this, you're flattening out the glue as well, so you're not getting any lumps and bumps. But look at that. So look at how detailed those are. And then with the leaves, or the petals, whichever way you want to do it, I'm just going to fold them, just literally, go that way, put a crease down the middle and just sort of hold it down a little bit. Laura says, I really want to try these. You made it look very easy. It really is. Is she talking about the flowers or the lattice? I think the flowers. All right. Well, tune in later on in the month and we'll do lots of flowery techniques. Can I have a look at one of the flowers? Because my screen's a little bit of a... I'm just coming over. Yeah. It's a long way away and I can't really see the... Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks brilliant. It just sort of laid down on the mat. I couldn't quite appreciate just how gorgeous that was. Yeah, lovely, aren't they? Yeah. And so easy to do. That's brilliant. Like I say, choice of the paper with a little bit of added ink to it. That looks brilliant. Yep.
Okay, so let's put that onto the card,
I'll go back.
if you want to. And we're going to just take one of those, we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back.
I might come over a little bit later on during launch party. If you do some punching later on,
Yep.
I fancy having. Can I be your chief puncher?
You can,
Okay.
you can.
We'll go old school, then I'll stand next to you.
Okay. Right, so I'm going to take 2 of those. Oops. Now this is where you might want to go with your hot glue, just to get that instant grab. Really push them together. You don't want like lots of gaps. And then we can put one on there.
Oh, do you want to know what gel press is?
Go on then.
Miriam says it's like a soft plate made of a substance made of like gel. You can place paints, inks, etc. on the gel plate and then use a brayer on top of paper or newspaper to get a print.
Yes, I know what she means now she said that. Yes, there's a couple of companies do them now. Yes, who's just done one recently? Stamps by Me have got one as well, I think. They've launched one fairly recently. I think it is. They're really good for doing different sort of techniques on your paper, making backgrounds and things like that. There we go. So really important to lift, to put your foliage behind, overlap them a bit. So I'm going to leave those to dry. And then there's only really 2 more little bits to do and we're just about done. So this hasn't taken too long. So I hope I'm going at the right speed. We've not got anybody here saying slow down. So let's hope it is the right speed.
I think we have the 2 hours there if you need to take advantage of it all, but if we finish in an hour and a half, it's no bother.
No.
We'll just head off to the canteen a little bit early.
Perfect.
And get oh no. What's that? Oh no, we won't. Of course we won't. We'll we've got we'll do a little bit of a sneak preview for you as to what's coming up on launch party a little bit later on with the punch, which is just amazing. And oh, sorry, my hair's got a bit funny apparently.
What have you done?
I don't know. What did you just call me? Mr. Majika. That's a TV show from the past. Sorry about that.
Right, now these are really lovely. These are your inverted stitch zigzag square. So this one cuts into your cardstock, so you need to remember to put the frame on as well. So I'm going to put that on and then I'm going to cut that and that's going to cut me a lovely frame. I haven't got any more tape ready. Put that on there and then plates and away we go.
There's lots of hearts and love coming in for your flowers, by the way.
Oh,
I'm sticking with that name that you're the flower queen. Miriam says, love those flowers. Beautiful flowers, says Mary. Laura, beautiful flowers.
I get lost in flower making, I really do. And to me it's, getting them to look right is quite important for me. So look at that. Look at that. Stitch, inverted. Isn't that lovely? And that just shows you, even though this is glitter, that's just cut perfectly.
It's like a little, must like a little postage stamp, isn't it?
It is a bit, isn't it? And then I've got my butterfly. Let's take that out, move that. Then I think I should have a little square. There we go. I've also cut squares, so we're just going to get some sentiments. And let's get my stamping platform. Oops, sorry. Bang. And then we're going to get that and we're going to pop that onto there. Let's see if we can go fairly straight. That's going to go on there. And then I've just got, this is just happy birthday sentiment, but you can, like we were saying earlier, you can use whatever sentiment you want. Oops, stuck to my finger. So, because I've got a frame, I'm going to put now, you can see straight away, that's not right, is it? Just hold the frame over till you've got it. It's worth doing if you're putting your frame over, just to make sure it fits. There we go. And then we can pick that up. And I'm going to use my pebble. I'm not going to use black.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to use pebble, just because it's a little bit softer.
Yeah.
Doesn't look quite as harsh. And then, I mean, I've used the alcohol proof, but you could use any ink because we're not going to do any techniques on it or anything like that. So whatever one you want. There we go. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Nice and simple. Nice and simple. So this is the last little bit coming
we're done
together.
then, aren't we, pretty much?
Nearly, yep. Very, very nearly. So let's just put that on there. I know it hasn't lasted the whole 2 hours, but we've not had, but hopefully everybody's roughly been able to keep up. And like I said, I will put all the measurements on social media.
At the end of the day, it's quality, not quantity.
That's it. That's it. Now, because I've got bits in there, you know, all the texture, I'm going to put this on with a little bit of a foam pad.
Okay.
Just so that it sort of sits above that. Got 2 foam pads there, actually.
And I think, again, the point about this is, as we just watch Corrine pop the sentiment on, is that, you know what, you've got the collection today. If you've picked it up for $31.99, $40, $60, you've also walked away with a free 1.5 hour, well, masterclass, craft along, whatever you want to call it. So you've now got, so even if you're buying this as a complete newbie today, you now can go away and make yourself this project very easily, very simply. All the steps are there for you. And I think that's what we had here, isn't it? The fact that you're never left alone, you've always got inspiration. And this is such a lovely project. And the great thing about this as well, by the way, is the fact that, like you said, this, you've obviously stamped happy birthday on there, but this, the way that you've designed this could be a card for many occasions.
Oh,
really,
it could, it could. Now, I'm putting some liquid pearls in there because you need something to centre off your flowers. If you've got flat back pearls, that would work just as well. And then I like to make sure that there's a little bit of synergy with all the layers. So I'm going to put a couple of pearls, and again, whether you've got your flat back pearls or your liquid pearls, where did I put the next ones? I'm going to just put them on here. It really doesn't matter, it's entirely up to you. You can put them wherever you want. Just like that. Now, I don't need anything up in that corner. So to me, we've brought every layer works together. Do you know what I mean? We've linked with the pearls, with the papers, we've just linked all the layers together. So I'm just going to put it like this for now because it's very wet. And that bit goes there, and that bit goes there, and that is how my card will look when it's finished.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
I
enjoyed
really
making
love it.
that.
Huh?
I enjoyed making that.
Yeah, and we enjoyed watching you make it as well.
Thank you.
Just phenomenal. And the great thing is, again, is that that finished card looks like the absolute business, but it's like the way you've described that and the way you've done that, it's like achievable even for like sort of like a beginner, isn't it, that?
Exactly. There's nothing, we always say it, I know we say it all the time, dies are a leveller. You know, the die has done all the hard work. If you've got the idea of where to put the die to cut it out, then the die's done all the hard work for you, hasn't it?
Absolutely right. That craft along, of course, will be there for you for as long as you want to watch it on Facebook and on YouTube as well. If you have been crafting along, I know obviously Pammy and Jenny were crafting with us, so hopefully you guys will send in your pictures a little bit later on. Hopefully we'll be able to show them. But if you did craft along and you want to show us what you made, or maybe you're still in the process of just finishing off your card, do make sure you email us, studio@crafterscompanion.com. .co.uk. I should know that by now. I've been in nearly 2 years. And we will show those pictures. If we can't do it in this show, hopefully a little bit later on in Launch Party. And talking about Launch Party, that's what we're going to be sort of previewing for the final half hour, because coming back on Launch Party, we've got the return of the Dancing Dragonflies. We've also got an amazing out of this world deal, which I think the stock is being decimated on. And of course, very excited that we've got the Tag Punch, the Sentiment Stamp and Tag Punch collection with the twine as well, and we're going to have a look at that in just a few moments time. So here's an opportunity for you to finish off your project. If you've been shopping with us, check out your basket, and we'll come right back in just a couple of moments. We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Thank you for all the lovely messages coming through. Lots of love for that craft along. Very beautiful card, Corrine, says Mary Reen. They're the flowers.
Thank you.
Lovely craft along, says Mary Pat 1000. Samantha Cheney says, I love that card, Corrine, and thanks for sharing how to make the paper flowers. And Pammy on YouTube, Pammy, I'm sorry we couldn't get you on to the show, which is such a shame. Looking forward to chatting to you and seeing George as well, of course. But you say, I finished mine. I've already sent in my photo. Corrine, thank you for the instructions. It went together so wonderfully.
Thank you. That's
Just
good. Like I say, I will post a picture of the written instructions if anybody missed the dimensions. But literally, I just made up the dimensions that work for me. So you make up the dimensions that work for you. But hopefully the idea gives you some ideas.
Yeah, of course we won't have a vote on the demo of the show because that will be the demo of the show, and we'll pop that up onto the Crafty Walk of Fame for the vote later on. I just wanted to quickly share with you though what is coming up a little bit later on is this brand new set here, the Sentiment Stamp and Tag Punch collection. I just thought I'd show you a few little projects here to show you why these tags are so amazing. We officially launched these, at 6 o'clock this evening, and already 40% of the stock has gone. These are just brilliant, right? Because you've got the ability to create your own tags to the length that you want them to be and also to the width that you want them to be, from 1.5 inches up to 2.5 inches. So whether you're going to pop them onto a little card project like this one here, whether you're going to just make little tags to pop onto whatever present it might be, you can do that. And again, you think about all the different 3D die sets that we've got for you to be able to create little boxes and cartons. These would be absolutely perfect to pop on. Maybe you're making little bags for little gifts. Again, absolutely perfect. We're going to give you 30 meters of your twine to be able to affix your tags onto. And again, whatever size the box, whatever size the present, whether it be some jewelry, whether it be a bottle of wine, whatever it might be, these tags are going to be the absolute business. And again, the fact that you've got the tags of different widths, you can of course layer these up too to give that really cute effect that we're seeing here. But once again, as we said earlier on, you don't have to necessarily just use these as tags for gifts. You can use them as decorative elements for your cards as well. And the genius in this, you see, making, I love this one by the way as well. I forgot to show you that one. Little tag for the top of a bottle. I mean, that's a big bottle, that, isn't it? Best gift ever. This one says, I should know, I bought it. But the whole point is it's giving you a bit of an idea of the range of things you can use those tags for, and all of the tags that you've seen there made using this bad boy. Everybody's after this because it's the kind of thing that you want at the side on your craft desk, because if you're making cards, chances are you're going to have a present to go with that card. If you're making a present, if you've bought a present and then you're popping it into a box or a gift bag or whatever it might be, chances are you'll need a tag. How nice to be able to create a tag which is matching the card that you've made, which is bespoke to a particular person, and you can do it with this tag punch. It allows you to make those 3 different width of tags, as I've already said, and you get the twine included as well. So 30 meters of that, by the way, 30 whole meters, which is amazing. And then if you like the look of the sentiments that we showed you a few moments ago on those projects, you can get all of them included, all of the 7 stamps included. So this one is, well, it's the thought that counts. You've also got a special gift you never knew you wanted. Sorry.
Did you go somewhere then?
No, I haven't got my glasses on. This is exactly what you did not ask for. This is for you, but I wish it was mine.
Yeah, you see, when I buy presents, I usually buy presents that I would like.
Yeah.
Because then I think, well, hopefully the other person would like them, so...
Have you ever done something like bought a book for somebody, knowing that you actually wanted the book in the first place, and then read it and then given it away, and then you read it like this, don't you? This is how you do it. You read it like that.
I
So you
can
don't break
truly
the
say
spine.
I've never done that. I might have borrowed it afterwards, but I've never tried. You're going to be saying next that you used to buy CDs for people and copy them before you gave them.
I never did that. I don't know what you mean. Moving on. I hate presents, said no one ever. Best gift ever. I should know, I bought it. And then lastly, warning, warning. The contents of this package may be arson. All of that, right, on launch with a 20% saving. So again, mind always boggles here because I think launch you should pay full price, but you never do. So you're saving 20% whether you're shopping in the UK or shopping in the US. Then if you're a Club Inspire member, you get your discount. So for Platinum members, £26.16, $37.34 for the most useful tool that will sit pride of place on your craft desk, and you'll use it again and again and again and again. This is not just like a one-trick pony. This is not a one-horse wonder, if that's even a thing. It's not a one-trick pony or a one-horse wonder. Do you know what I mean? You'll not use this once and pop it away again. This you will use all the time.
You will.
That's why you absolutely need it in your life. But the question I know you're asking is it easy to use, Corrine?
Would you like to help me to show everybody how easy it is to use?
Yes.
Okay. I'll start cutting some cards while you walk over. Okay. I'm going to cut some strips of card. I'm going to cut a strip of card to 2 inches. Mm-hmm. There we go. And then so I'm going to cut a strip of card to 2.5 inches. Hello, Ben.
Hello, how are you?
You made it over.
I did, it's a long way.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, big studio.
2.5 inches. There we go. Right. Okay. Can you please cut me 1 and the 2-inch mark? So
right.
Really easy. Would you like to put it there so people can see?
Right, yeah.
Right. So look, you've got your markings. You've got 1 inch mark there,
yeah, yeah.
1.5. You've got a 2 inch, and you've got 2.5. So you just put it between the 2 guides for the 2 inch. Yep.
In there?
Yep. Push it all the way along. Well, you put it in and then drop it in the gap.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Can you see? Make sure it's right. Butted up.
Yeah,
Yeah. It is butted up to the end.
Yeah.
Just keep your finger on there, and then you might not actually be in the right angle to do that. Go on, see if you can. That's it. I thought it might be easier. Okay. Oh,
yeah.
So can you now please do me a 2.5? If you want to turn it around that way, you might find it a little bit easier.
Okay, so 2.5. I haven't got my glasses on. 2.5.
Yeah.
There.
And it's not going to fit in any of the other gaps.
Oh no, because it's the biggest size, isn't it?
Yeah.
There, down he goes. Oh, get in there. Right, ready?
Yeah. Come on then.
don't know why I'm making such a big deal out of this. I don't know. I just like.
It's a punch, Ben. It's a punch.
I know, but it's fun. It's like,
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Miss it. Right. So what I'm going to do then is, thank you. Dear me.
Yep.
I'm going to cut this at a nice jaunty angle, and then we can pop some glue on the back of here. Squeeze the glue all the way out. And then it's good, isn't it? It's easy to use. And then I can put that onto there, so it's going to fit absolutely perfect. There we go. Put that on there. I'm going to bring this in, and then, as demonstrated by Ben Moseby.
I mean, seriously. It's so great, I recommend it. Recommended by Ben Moseby, it'll say on the website.
There you go.
Oh, thanks.
How about that?
Yeah.
Nice little border all the way round.
Yeah.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, and then I just get a little stamp to stamp my sentiment
Well,
onto
we've
it.
got a stamp. What sentiment would you like?
I like the one which says about that one.
I hate presents
Yeah,
of no one
I hate
ever.
presents, says no one ever.
Perfect.
Can I do the stamp?
If you want to, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to, do you know what you'd like to line it up and anchor it down?
Don't know. I've only got the. I haven't got this at home. I've got the little I think the 6x6 stamp.
All right, so I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put a magnet on the top, a magnet on the bottom, and then you put your stamp in the right way up, that way on.
Yep.
There we go. I cut that good guess, didn't
actually,
we?
Yeah.
Nicely centred.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Happy with that?
Yep. Put your
Do
lid
that.
on.
Yeah, put the lid on. Put that in there, like that.
Yep.
In there. Beautiful. Just give them a little pick up, like that.
Yep.
Boom.
That should be picked up.
Yep.
Turn it over.
There we go, over.
And then.
Let's give it a little doodah. I think when I made Georgina's card the other day, I was putting the ink on, and I think I made a card the other day. I'm very proud of it. Did you guys even see it? I'll show
Was
you
it yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But I was using the ink, and I think my ink pad was drying out a bit.
All right.
So.
But you see, with this stamp press, it doesn't matter if your ink pad dries up, because you can go in again. Right, top tip: turn your ink pad around a little way so that you're sort of coming in from different angles.
Okay.
So if your stamp's got little angles to it, you're catching all of them.
Is that enough? Would you say?
Definitely for the first press, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, we've lost a foot.
Have
I wonder
we?
where it's gone.
Oh, where's my foot gone?
Don't worry, we've got 5.
I don't think it could have been there in the first place.
No, it can't have been. I'll sort it afterwards.
Okay,
There
ready?
you go. Yep.
Need to be a little.
You pressed it all over.
Pressing all over. Hey!
Should we do one more? Should we do one more?
Do you want one more?
One more.
Okay.
Just to. It's a brand new stamp. We didn't prime the stamp first.
So when you say prime the stamp, what would you normally do?
How I prime the stamp is, if you look, this is literally, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
You can just stamp just stamp once onto a piece of scrap paper and it just takes all the stickiness off.
Hey.
Look at that. Yes. Perfect. But show you, this is my craft bag. It's got all sorts in here. And I've got a lint roller in here. And you think, well, why do I need a lint roller?
Oh, here we go.
If you've got a brand new stamp,
Like that
that
one.
was a brand new stamp, put it onto there.
Yep.
So say this is your brand new stamp, get your lint roller and roll over like that before you stamp for the first time. And yeah, you can see it's picked up the ink. Now, if that was residue of the processing, it would have taken it all off. That's now giving you a nice clean stamp to use for the first time. There you go. So that is just a really, really inexpensive lint roller.
Top tip that. Do you know what? I've always wanted to get one of these 8x8 magnetic stamping platforms, so that's on my list of items to get.
Definitely.
Do you know what also is now on my list of items to get?
Stamp a punch, tag punch. Yeah.
I think that's the kind of thing that's going to get into the echelons of must-have craft room equipment.
Yeah. Yeah. That looks lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shall I take that with me?
If you want to, shall I would you like some twine on it?
Yeah, can do. What shall I hang it on?
It's entirely up to you.
Oh, we could put that in as for the demo. Oh no, we've already done the. Oh, we can't do that. I'll take it.
You'll take it, will you?
I'll give it away on one of me
That'd be
giveaways.
nice. There we go. There we are.
I'll tell you what, just whilst we're putting the twine through here, let's show you everything. Thank you.
Okay.
Everything that you're going to get. Oh, I could almost wear that as a little necklace. You're going to get your stamp, your tag punch rather, and that selection of stamps included as well. So that's absolutely brilliant. And as I say, we are now heading towards half the stock having disappeared. It's honestly a craft room essential. I think that everybody will want, everybody will need, and obviously everybody's going for it because, as I say, half the stock of that has already disappeared. Absolutely love it. Thank you for the lovely comments coming through. OMG, Ben, says Jean Marie, you make me giggle so much. That is just another bit of crafting. Tag, you're it, Ben, says Margaret. Get that? See, tag, because it's a tag. Nice work, Ben, says Miriam. Very nice, Ben, says Pammy. Thank you. It's a great idea to make gift tags and Christmas card boxed. This is a great idea to make gift tags and Christmas card box set and also include twine. I've got to order this. Do it, Alicia. Don't miss out. Sandra says, Corrine, that stamping platform has a leg missing. Has had a leg missing for months.
Oh, has it?
Oh, and I've never noticed that either. Thank you, Sandra. And Miriam says, oh, I never thought that. Read the lint roller. Great tip. You are welcome. I like that. Where should I put it? I'll put it in there like a little pocket watch. Okay. One bit in. Oh, dragonflies.
You look
yes.
like you're for sale.
It's a bit like, what's he called? Paddington Bear.
Yeah.
Please look after this presenter. Right. The Dancing Dragonflies collection is absolutely flying. We were at 60% of the stock gone. The story behind this, once again, if you've heard it before, sorry, I'll just quickly repeat it. It was supposed to launch on HSN on Tuesday on the craft day. It didn't even make it to air because it was that popular. The buzz that we had about this yesterday was people chatting about this being their favourite collection of the year, their favourite Sarah's signature of the year, some of you saying that this was your favourite Sarah's signature collection ever, and thankfully we've now got it available for you here on Crafters TV. The set that you're seeing here is the standard collection, okay? However, the details that you're seeing on screen gives you everything that you're seeing right here, but you're also going to get double of the foiled card pad. You're going to get double of the 24 sheets of the pearlescent cardstock, and you're also going to get double of the 36 sheet 12 by 12 paper pad as well. So that's the one most people have been going for, and the way that that works out is that it's kind of like you go for that one, and the vellum pad that you get within the collection, it's kind of like it comes to you for free. So that's why everyone's been going for that, because they get the extra consumables, and then of course more people have been adding in more of the 6x6, more of that fantasy film. Lots of you have been adding in more of the little dragonfly embellishments too. But the price for the extra card collection, which is now 60%, £123.19 or $159.96. Also, just before we have a look at some finished samples with Corrine, the product that you're seeing here, or the finished product, I should say, the finished project is the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Liam popped this one together, I believe. And this is going to be going onto our website. If it's not there right now, it will be up at some point today. This is our latest blog, chatting all around this particular project, so you can see more about it, see how it was made as well. But do check back on the Crafters Companion website.com or .co.uk for all of the details on that a little bit later on today if it's not there already. I'll show you through all the products in just a little bit, but I think you're going to be more inspired by seeing some inspiration, some finished samples, and seeing what Corrine's got over the other side of the studio. I mean, it's just the most wonderful collection, isn't it?
And I've been looking through these, and the majority of them use that fantasy film. It's absolutely gorgeous. So if you look at this, so we can see here we've got the gorgeous water lilies. We've torn the paper down. Nick has made this one. Nikki has made this, I think. And the gorgeous water lilies, the torn edges. But look at that, behind there, you see the fantasy film behind there. So it's picking up all the blues and the greens. Then we've got that gorgeous bridge and that tree as well. Doesn't that look good? Look at the depth and dimension.
It's like a little theatre, isn't it?
Yeah, look, all the little dragonflies, have been cut out with a fantasy film overlay. I just think that just look so perfect. And this is really clever. So this is a fold, sort of a fold back card. It's got everything sort of on the
Oh, yeah.
So it gives it real depth and dimension. I do like that one, that's so pretty. We've got that edgeable that comes down here, so that water lily edgeable. Isn't that beautiful? And again, that fantasy film underneath the larger dragonfly.
My favourite thing.
Black, but by putting it in black with that film behind, looks gorgeous. And can you see how everybody is just picking it up? So we've got the willow die stencils, we've got the dragonflies, we've got the water lilies. Oh, look at this. So Alison Jane Green did this.
Wow.
Look at that. Wow, look at that.
Oh, I love the fluttering dragonfly.
Isn't that absolutely? It goes with the frame. And what I think is so good about this is she's not gone straight in the centre. Sort of putting it off centre really, really works. And again, look at this. Somebody was asking about embossing folders and gilding plates, but gilding waxes with your embossing folders. So this has been just picked up those little highlights after the effect. Just picking them all up just to add in those highlights. And I showed you this one earlier because I just think it's lovely. A little bit of lead pressing. Perfect size for the top of a box.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at this one. This is a bit different.
Oh, that's
Wow.
using that ornate bridge, isn't it? Yeah. Wowzers.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? And we've also got a lovely little gift box just there. How about that? I just think this is so pretty. There are so many different ways you can use it. Bring in more white for a different look. You know, go in with a bit more gold for a really opulent look. You're really going to be able to mix and match. But you've got everything that you need from your dies, your stencils, your embossing folders. You've got absolutely everything in here. All your papers, all your vellums, everything is included, which is just perfect.
So many lovely comments coming through. Beautiful box. Yeah, Liam's box that you're going to see on the blog on the website soon. It's well done. I'd love to see how that topper is made, says Miriam. Such a beautiful box, says Linda. And that box is beautiful, says Elaine. I can't wait for my collection. I ordered the extra card collection last night. If you haven't yet ordered this collection, thankfully it is still available for you, and I'll just go through it with you. So everything I'm about to show you here comes in the standard collection. The first 3 items that I'll show you, if you're going for the extra card collection, you'll get twice over, all right? So the 12 by 12 paper pad, 36 double-sided sheets of the most glorious artwork. The colour palette is just quite simply beautiful, and as you would expect with our beautiful our paper pads, you've got double-sided gorgeousness. So you know what, if you're looking for a way to be able to mat and layer these for your projects, you don't have to go elsewhere to kind of think what will work, because the reverse works just as well as the front of the paper. And once again, it's all about the depth and the detail. We were chatting about this yesterday as well, just saying like, how gorgeous is it? There's little gold splatters that almost look like sort of flecks of foiling, but not. They're inked into the actual papers themselves. But so much depth and detail with the weeping willow. You've got the dragonflies, and then as you look further into the paper, that's one of my favourites. I think you've got that gorgeous
layers, isn't
font.
there? There's
It's all
layers
about
and
those
layers
layers.
of
Yeah,
art.
it's kind of like you sort of look once and one kind of thing comes to focus, then you look again and you see something else. But as we go through, and again, the great thing about this is it's not a collection which is sort of pigeonholing as a springtime or a summertime collection. There's lots of different colours that have been used within the papers that are going to allow you to use this like year round, really, aren't there?
I think you could use that one, go quite oriental with that one,
Yeah.
couldn't you?
Yeah, again, a lot of people chatting yesterday that a lot of these elements would go quite nicely with the chinoiserie collection. And again, there's a paper coming up in just a few moments' time that has a bit more
That's
of...
the one I used in my
this
demo
one.
earlier.
Yeah. This one here, or maybe it's the next one.
That you could get quite male and masculine with that one, couldn't you, I think?
Yeah, absolutely right. And like we said, you know, all seasons, all projects, for everybody. This one, like Debbie was talking about yesterday, being, you know, potentially, because you've got the sort of orange colour coming through there, you could use that as a more autumnal mate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And there's one here at the back. You talk about the layers. Again,
Wow.
Look at that.
It almost jumps off the page, doesn't it?
It's like a 3D
you think it's
effect.
three-dimensional.
So you've got 36 sheets there of your 12 by 12 double-sided paper pad, twice over in the extra card collection. Then you're going to get 2 lots, so 48 sheets of your pearlescent paper pad. Again, you've got that gorgeous pearlescent effect. All of those colours, as you can see, picking up all of the colours that you've got within the paper pad. I particularly like that sort of yellowy mustard colour. Really
Runs through most of the papers, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you've got that twice over. And then this, I think, is amazing, the foil card pack. I've never seen us do anything quite like this in any of the collections before.
I like how they've shown it on there because I've got it here in front of me, but I think it's when you start to add your inks, it really comes to life, doesn't it? So the ink has been added to that, so it comes, you know, it's sort of that sort of off-white colour when it arrives with a hint underneath, but then you can just apply your inks, but you don't lose the iridescence when you put an ink over it. The iridescence comes through your ink that you apply. You're not dulling it down or anything like that. So pretty.
Yeah, you're going to get that twice over once again. It's a 24 sheet foiled card pad. So all of those you get twice over within the extra card collection, but there's so much more. I'll speed up a little bit because I see we are running out of time. Vellum, 24 sheets of vellum. And again, this vellum is slightly thicker than what I'm certainly used to as far as your vellum is concerned. So again, I think that allows you to be able to do more with it. I love the idea of embossing on this. I love the idea again of using this for different layers and tearing into your vellum's a nice little trick to do too. That's all included. You're going to get 24 sheets there. On top of that, the 6x6 paper pad. So this is an exact replica of the 12x12, just in that 6x6 size. A lot of people have been buying that individually. And
it's lovely, isn't it? Because it's a 12x12 pad shrunk.
Yeah.
It's not like a corner of the 12x12 pad, which would be the easy way to do it. It's the whole 12x12 image shrunk down to 6x6.
You're going to get gorgeous ribbon included as well. So 6 metre lengths of your ribbon, all matching. You'll get 10 of the beautiful dragonfly embellishments. And again, I know a lot of people have been buying extra of those, particularly nice if you like making things like your jewellery. And got to be everyone's fave, surely. Fantasy foam! Look at that, come on. Isn't that not just the best thing ever? You're going to get 10 sheets of that included. Buy more, because you know you'll use this on your dragonflies, your butterflies, your unicorns, your mermaids, and everything else. It's the best.
Mermaid's tails.
Yeah. Mermaid's tails, that's just going to be the absolute business for. But on top of that, very quickly, because I can see we're running out of time, you're going to get your Dragonfly Dream sentiment set. You're also going to get, and I think Corrine pointed this out a few moments ago, the 3D effect embossing folder. I mean, how gorgeous is that?
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Stunning. Add a bit of colour, pop on a sentiment, you've got a great card. You've got your swash dies there as well with all of those wonderful sentiments. You've got the butterfly, I'm doing what Debbie did yesterday. You've got your dragonfly frame included as well. We're giving you your water lily border. You're also going to receive that gorgeous ornate bridge as well with just the ability to pop that on a hinge, so you can even make a card out of that should you wish. Then you've got your dainty dragonfly itself. You're going to receive the amazing water lily collection, which is the stamps and dies to be able to create those gorgeous water lilies. And then lastly in this set, you've got your Weeping Willow, which is the creator card, die and stencil set. We are at 60% of the stock gone of this collection. Grab it whilst you can. I know a lot of people have bought it during this show, bought it earlier, you'll buy it later. And also make sure that you grab all the consumables that you need as well, because those will disappear. What a great show. Thank you for your lovely craft along.
It's a pleasure. Really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to doing one with you on Sunday as well.
Yes, and before then, do you want to come back in 2 hours' time and do another show?
I think we better had.
Thank goodness you said
Should we
yes.
launch the punches officially?
We will officially launch them. Well, hopefully we'll have some stock left because they are flying. Over half the stock of those punches gone. Not even officially launched them yet. 2 hours time we'll be back with that. Also during launch party we'll be looking more again at the dragonflies. We've got the 3-in-1 creator cards. The Out of This World deal, by the way, potentially could disappear. We're well over half the stock of the gorgeous pads gone. We're going to have a look at the a preview of the brand new Crafters Inspiration magazine coming up for you as well. Oh, and there's loads more. There's loads more besides. What I would say to you in the meantime is a massive thank you for watching. Apologies to Pammy again and Jenny, who didn't quite get on, but hopefully you enjoyed the craft along. And if you did craft along during the last couple of hours, then do feel free to send in your pictures to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we'll do our very best over the course of the next couple of hours to show your pictures. And also, very importantly, if you've got any items in your basket, do make sure that you check them out, because they're not yours until you do. Once again, a massive thank you to all the team. A massive thank you to you guys for watching. Go and grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever it might be, and we'll be back here in 2 hours' time for a brilliant launch party. Bye for now.